card! Great!
Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it.
How's it going, everyone? I am the Dungeon Meister, and welcome back to the table. And today on Shadowverse, we are looking at Condemned Rune, and this is a new archetype introduced with the newest set here, and it took me a while to get the hang of this deck. I wasn't really sure how to play it. In fact, the first time I sat down and play it, I lost my first 6 games in a row, and that really sucked. So then I went and got on YouTube and watched some other people play it and kind of figured out what to do with it. And now that I think I kind of have it down, I think this deck is dumb because I think it's really strong. And so I want to go over in the beginning here just some of the combos and how to play the deck and just some tips and tricks and things that helped me when I was learning. And so we'll start with what the point of the deck is, and that is all about these guys right here, these volunteer test subjects, because they have an ability that when they come into play, if at least 3 of them have come into play, they start getting rush, and then if at least 5 of them have come into play, they get +3/+3. So all that's really cool, and then they have the last words of draw a card, which is insanely helpful for the deck. It absolutely needs that. If they didn't have that, this deck would be garbage. And so all of the other condemned cards, so you have your Devoted Researcher, your Scholar, and then Sephi here, the Depraved Convict, all of these have abilities that summon more test subjects. At 2 play points, he summons 1, you can enhance him for 4, and he summons 2. The Scholar summons 1, and if you fuse her with a card, any follower card, so it doesn't have to be Rune specific, any follower, she puts a random condemned follower from your deck into your hand. And then Sephi here, when 2 or more cards are fused to her, if you have 2 play points, you use 2 to summon a test subject. If one of the 2 cards that you fused with her as a condemned follower, you use 1 play point instead. And I want to point something out here because this really tripped me up when I first started playing the deck. You have to have at least 2 play points. Because if you only have 1 play point and you fuse followers, it doesn't matter if one of them is condemned or not, it doesn't work. So I tried explaining what I was talking about in the video, but it got really complicated and convoluted, and so I figured I would just jump into a practice game and visually show you what I'm talking about. So in my hand, you can see I have Sephi and I have a condemned follower, but I only have 1 play point. And so if I fuse these 2 together, nothing happens. But now that it's turn 2 and I have 2 play points,
for the pursuit of knowledge,
I get the follower for the cost reduction. And I believe it says this because the first part of the text here says if you have at least 2 play points, you use them to summon 1. And then it says, if a condemned follower is fused, use 1 play point instead. So I believe you're spending 2 and it's refunding you 1 is how it works, instead of you are playing it for 1. So there you go, visual aid. I hope this makes it a little clearer to what I'm talking about. So that said, she has a fanfare effect that she summons a test subject, and then if you've summoned at least 5 in the game, not counting the one that she summons, so you have to have summoned 5 before you play her, then she gives all test subjects Storm. So usually you'll fuse with her to summon 1, you'll play her, summon another, and then she'll give them both Storm, and that's 10 face damage, 12 if you evolve one of the test subjects. And then when she evolves, she can turn an enemy follower into a test subject, so clear any annoying wards or any big stat followers that are in your way. So that is the general combo of the deck, is just get out your test subjects as early as you can, and then just wait to combo with Sephi. And this part really took me a while to understand. This is not like a burst deck. It can absolutely OTK and hit for a lot of damage in 1 turn, depending on your hand, but you're not trying to rush them down by, like, turn 5. If you can stall the game out until, like, turn 7 or turn 8, and then go for the kill, that's what you want to do. And there's a version of this that I think is my personal favorite, I've had the most luck, that uses Flamin' Glass to help get that extra chip damage. Because if you make it to turn 8 and have a Flamin' Glass that's fused together, she's going to nuke the board, she has Storm, and you're going to get 6 play points back, which means you can nuke the board, you can fuse into Sephi if you have a condemned follower, and then you can play her. And so then you have 6 and then 2 5/5 followers that all have Storm. So that's 16 evolved to 18. And that, that's a big chunk of damage. So the longer the game goes, the more favorable you are to win, and then everything else in here is just kind of nice to have. Uranus is a great early game follower if you don't have anything to play. He's also a great late game follower with the free Evo and the extra chip damage if you need it, and then Gilnelis to help you survive and all of this good stuff. So the deck is extremely consistent. It has pretty good matchups into most everything, and it really just comes down to how you draw and if you know your matchups. But I really like the deck. This is the list that I use. Absolutely feel free to make changes and find the list that works for you, but this is what worked for me, and we'll go ahead and just jump right into the gameplay.
Watch and learn. Here comes my magic.
Your revelry has roused the dragon.
For the pursuit of knowledge.
My dragon blade strikes swift.
Sleep at last.
A layman would never
For
understand.
the pursuit of knowledge. Sleep at last. For the pursuit of knowledge.
A layman would never
For the
understand.
pursuit of knowledge.
The world is within my core. Begone! Oh my!
You have awoken the dragon.
Beg my forgiveness. Now.
Sleep at last. For the pursuit of knowledge. Sleep at last.
Revolutionary new
For
theory!
the pursuit of knowledge.
Ugh, I've had enough of this.
Stitched together.
Blowing white frost, biting ice and snow.
Now is the time to strike.
The biting cold will leave its mark.
At last. Sleep at last.
You don't understand.
Wounded warrior, seek succor here.
For the pursuit of knowledge.
All right, come here, you.
Sleep at last.
The legend will rise again.
Sleep at last. For the pursuit of knowledge. For the pursuit of knowledge.
Full body, lay bare.
Doctor, help me!
Will nothing stop this ache?
Watch and learn. Here comes my magic.
I will do the work of the gods.
For the pursuit of knowledge.
A layman would never
For the
understand.
pursuit of knowledge.
No time to rest.
Many are charmed by what they cannot have.
For the pursuit of knowledge.
Judgment awaits the Nebbia! Accept salvation! Fear not the three wonders! All hardships can be overcome!
At last.
For the pursuit
A revolutionary new
For
theory!
the pursuit of knowledge.
I was too hasty.
Resist. Persist. You don't understand.
For the pursuit of knowledge.
The freedom to wander among the clouds. Godly, you know.
Stitched together.
Divine salvation be damned!
Sleep at last.
Faith cannot save you! Hate me if you wish!
At last.
For the pursuit of
My
knowledge.
full body laid bare.
Doctor, help me!
Lay my enemies low! Progress comes at a hefty price.
Sleep at last.
We shall remain in this world together. Learn through pain.
Sleep at last.
The forbidden amalgamation.
Ah, yes.
do you
this
resist?
pain.
Watch and learn. Here comes my magic. I hope you're ready to escort me.
My infernal melody will pierce the heavens!
For the pursuit of knowledge.
Don't break up the rhythm! The rhythm of madness! The rhythm of madness!
A layman would never
For
understand.
the pursuit of knowledge.
Gotta ride the rhythm. We ride in eternal darkness. You ain't got nothing.
Sleep at last. Sleep at last.
For the pursuit of
The freedom
knowledge.
to wander among the clouds. Godly, you know.
My hatred will tear you apart! Striking for optimal damage. Our hatred for each other will only grow!
So it is.
A revolutionary new
For
theory!
the pursuit of knowledge.
Gotta ride the rhythm.
Spirits!
Now this is true innovation!
Don't get so close!
Your awakened self will divide you from others. Despise what is different.
Okay, that's enough from you.
The delight in association requires others.
Last.
For the pursuit of knowledge. Of knowledge.
Greed. It comes to consume me.
Lay my enemies low!
I won't leave a bite for anyone else.
The tribulations continue.
Ride on their heels! You got it! Ride on their heels! You got it! You got it!
My infernal melody will pierce the heavens.
You got it!
Now you've really irritated me.
The infernal melody
Oh,
is only
lamentable
beginning.
Watch and learn. Here comes my magic.
On our swords, blooms of victory.
For the pursuit of knowledge.
Watch and learn, amateurs.
A layman would never
For
understand.
the pursuit of knowledge.
Gold is wasted on the nobility. Sleep at last.
Oh my.
A revolutionary new
For
theory!
the pursuit of knowledge.
Bollocks! The tides roil the waters of my heart!
Revel with me.
Everything I have, I give for Our Lady! Let's
Give me
go!
the signal, Captain!
Sleep at last.
Let's
Give me
go!
the signal, Captain!
Sleep at last.
You don't understand.
For the pursuit of knowledge. For the pursuit of
Many are
knowledge.
charmed by what they cannot have.
At last, satisfaction.
This newfound satisfaction begets desire.
Wonderful!
Heightened fear shall make you crave.
Sleep at I'll last. be a royal knight someday.
Dread leads to thirst.
For the pursuit of
Five
knowledge.
soul body laid bare.
Doctor, help me!
Spirits!
Progress comes at a hefty price.
Sleep at last.
Greed. It comes to consume me.
Oh, how I miss the tides!
Glorious light! I won't leave a bite for anyone else.
Not enough.
Your power is
Right there!
At last. Sleep at last.
For the pursuit of
The
knowledge.
five-fold body laid bare.
Doctor, help me!
Lay my enemies low! Progress comes at a hefty price.
Sleep at last. Greed. It comes to consume me.
I'll be winning with money and resources.
I will pierce the seas!
Our supply lines have been reinforced.
Not
Rebel with me.
I won't leave a bite for anyone else. Sleep at last.
Ah! The forbidden amalgamation. Can I get some praise here?
Wounded warrior. Seek succor here.
Ah!
I'll be winning with money and resources. Our supply lines have been reinforced.
I'll be a royal knight someday. I won't give up.
Priceless.
Sleep at last.
Priceless.
Watch and learn, amateurs.
The forbidden amalgamation.
Well played.
Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Keep my head up when I act, head up, that's a fact. Never looking back, I'ma keep myself on track. Keep my head up, staying strong, always moving on. Feel I don't belong, tell my thoughts to move along.